Now, I know what you're thinking, especially if you're a strategist main. Poppin', what do I do when no one peels for me? I'm getting attacked by Black Panther, Magic, Spider-Man. No one is peeling for me. No one is helping me. What do I do? Well, don't worry, because no matter what rank it is, whether it's bronze or one above all, by the end of this video, you're going to understand how to get peel every single match, guaranteed. So as I said in the intro, there's a good way to get peeled and a bad way to get peeled, a right and a wrong. And you might be thinking, well, Poppin', how is there a right and a wrong way to get peeled? I mean, I'm the strategist. They should be helping me, right? That's not true. There's a little bit of a checklist you want to go through when getting dove. This is going to help you determine how you should behave and how you should play it. Because getting dove and getting peeled is actually a two-way street. You need to scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. It's not just about you sitting there and running away scared for your life. You do need to understand that you have to play a part in this peel process too. It's not just the team. And so we're going to go through this and I'm going to share with you the right and the wrong way. And you're going to understand exactly how to get peeled every single time that someone starts attacking you that you don't want attacking you. So just for the sake of time, I already wrote down some of the things that I want to talk about. So when you're getting dove, these are the things you want to think about. When getting dove, number one, who is going to dive you? What is their TTK? TTK means time to KO, okay? So whenever you hear anyone say TTK or whenever you see it, it's time to KO. How long, how many seconds does it take for this character to KO you? Let's give a brief example. An average Spider-Man is going to take about 3 to 5 seconds to KO you. A good Spider-Man might take 2 seconds to KO you, right? If we're thinking about Black Panther or Magic, a good Black Panther or Magic will one-shot you and you won't really be able to react. However, an average one, you might have 2 to 3 seconds to react. What's the difference between Spider-Man and Black Panther and Magic? Well, there's not really a difference. There's not really a difference at all. So if we were going to say that the threshold of Miss Invisible Woman is 275, I believe that is her HP, and Spider-Man takes 3 to 5 seconds to burn through 275 HP, this means you can play the dive accordingly. Maybe you don't need to run away. If it takes him that long, maybe you could just kind of like use an ability and you're solid. Maybe your team can look at him and just do some damage and scare him away, right? Maybe that's how that works. If it's, let's just say, Black Panther, right? And as we said, a good Black Panther can probably take you out in 1 second, which is ridiculous, by the way, but could take you out in 1 second. Then you have to really think about, well, I need to use everything. Like I need to have a game plan should this guy get onto me. So I just want you guys to kind of think about that. Like you need to understand who is diving you and what is their TTK, okay? The second thing that we want to talk about is who is going to peel you. So when we're thinking about who's going to peel us, look at our team right now. We have Doctor Strange, The Thing, Iron Man, Wolverine, and Rocket. We have all of these heroes that, let's just say we're Invisible Woman still. So we have all of these heroes that is going to peel us. Who is going to peel us when Spider-Man comes in? I'll give you guys 3 seconds to answer this. Which one is going to peel us when Spider-Man comes in? The answer is all of them. When Spider-Man comes in, his TTK, time to KO, is literally 3 to 5 seconds on average. A good Spider-Man can do it quicker, but it's not as fast as a Black Panther or Magic. And on top of that, most Spider-Man players will mess up because it's a hard combo to pull off anyway. They'll fly away and then they'll come back again and try to do it again. But for the most part, any of those guys can peel. Why? Well, Rocket just needs to pocket you through the combo. The combo takes 3 to 5 seconds. So if you're just always above the threshold, remember, if Spider-Man needs to do 275 damage with one combo, but Rocket just heals it, well, what if he heals you to, let's just say, 285? Right? Well, that means that you're not going to get KO'd and you'll be fine. So you technically don't even need to do anything if Rocket were to do that, right? What would happen if, let's just say, Iron Man were to shoot Spider-Man? Spider-Man's going to run away. Because remember, it takes 3 to 5 seconds for an average Spider-Man to get the KO. If during this process, Iron Man were to look at him and laser him for half HP, he's going to bail. And he's going to be like, all right, not today. And he's going to try again later. So in this specific thing, anyone can peel you. Now, let's just say the same thing were to be for a Magic or a Black Panther. Their TTK is 1 second. How do you even peel this? There is no pocketing through this. Unless they mess up. Like I said, a good one. Most average ones you can pocket through. But once you hit like Eternity or One Above All, you'll start going against some really nasty black magic. They might as well be black magic, huh? Many nasty Black Panther and magic players that will just get you like that. Or they'll just wait for you to use a cooldown and you're screwed. Right? So how do we deal with this? Well, you need a specific character to interrupt the combo. Although they do one-shot you in a second, they have to do a combo to do it. Black Panther needs to do the spear into a dash, into a spear, into like a kick dash. He could do it really, really quickly, but it's still a lot of steps. Magic needs to throw the skill shot at you, and then she needs to teleport, and then what she'll do is she'll dash at you, melee you, spin, melee you should just be KO'd. You can't really react to her combo either. Once they got you, they got you. You need a character to interrupt the combo. So with this, let's ask ourselves, who is best for interrupting the combo? Well, Doctor Strange can't really do anything. He's not going to stop a Black Panther or magic. Nothing he can do. So relying on this guy is just no. Iron Man, again, can't do anything. They can KO you and get out before he can even... They're way faster. Every character in the game has a TTK, and Iron Man cannot do it as fast as a Black Magic or a Black Panther or a Magic. So that's not happening. Wolverine can grab, but most of the time they're focused on the tanks, and most of the time they're not going to be accurate. If he misses, you're screwed. The only person we have on our team right now is the Thing, right? Now, I know you guys might be thinking, well, Poppin, what happens if there's nobody on our team with any CC to interrupt the combo? We'll talk more about that later, but let's just take a look at this because I don't want to drown you guys in information, but we will visit that later. So if you're like, Poppin, dude, everybody's playing a dive, there's no peel for me, how do I behave? I got you, but just watch to the end of the video. So with this, it'd be the Thing. This means I need to position next to the Thing at all costs, right? And so this is why sometimes when you're getting dove by characters, you feel like you're getting peeled. Sometimes, and you feel like you don't. Other times, it's because it's the time to KO. If it's Spider-Man, anyone in the vicinity of the Spider-Man is just going to shoot the Spider-Man. However, when we're talking about Black Panther, Magic, they can get you so quickly, it doesn't matter who you're standing next to. It has to be someone with CC. It has to be. So we're talking about Hela, Black Widow, Hawkeye, the Thing, just something to interrupt the combo, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking to just stop the mid combo, and that will keep you safe. So when we ask ourselves, how do we behave in this particular game? How do we behave? Who do we stand next to? It doesn't matter, because the TTK, time to KO, is very high for Spider-Man, and it's very high for Venom. So it does not matter. So now that we got those three questions out the way, let's play it through, and we'll talk more about it. So with the Invisible Woman here, right, you're gonna notice that Spider-Man comes in. Boom. I'm more than ready. Bro, I'm ready on ready, because I already knew Spider-Man was gonna come and try to get somebody. Right? What happens? You see how much damage this guy did to them in a few seconds. He messed up his combo, so he did no damage. He is very combo based, and it's very hard to pull off. A good Spider-Man can do it really quickly, but most average Spider-Man, they kind of have to just revisit a few times to get it down. Who peeled? I jumped, but I didn't really do anything to him. I just like grabbed him and tried to make sure that he didn't fly away. But for the most part, it was the Iron Man that peeled. Look, where is the Invisible Woman? Right there. So if Invisible Woman were to get attacked, he literally has eyes on her. The problem with strategists is the way that they behave. Number 3, how do I behave? When they get dove, they sit in really crazy pocket areas like this. If you're dove and you're here, first of all, they need to somehow pay attention to the fact you're getting dove if you're not on comms. And then they all have to turn around and try to follow you. If you're attacked here and you start running away in here, well, their entire team has to try to follow you. And that means they're just going to make sure the entire team follows up and pushes onto point. This is what you do not do. And so this is why I said you need to position next to someone who can peel. When we're talking about Spider-Man specifically, we already know that Spider-Man will get peeled off by anyone who looks at him. Look. He's actually going for Iron Man, but it doesn't matter because everyone's in the line of sight of Spider-Man. Let's just say if Spider-Man came from here, what would you do? Well, you would do this. And you would walk in front of Iron Man. And then once you're in front of Iron Man, you would just walk back. Because now he sees you. You get what I'm trying to say? If we're Rocket and we see that Spider-Man's coming, we're going to be right here. Or we're going to be over here. Whatever. Because now we're in line of sight of our team. And so when Spider-Man inevitably comes, guess who sees him? The entire squad. All we need is for him to take damage, which is what you see right now. And he's dipping out. He's not going to stay. He's out. I don't even play anymore. He was already going to leave before I even showed up. I'm going to add one more asterisk. Important. Remain at 100% HP. If you are going to get dove by any character, tank, DPS, even if it's a support character for some reason trying to flank, stay at 100% HP. We already discussed the TTKO, right? Or TTKO. Well, I guess it is that, but the TTK, time to KO. Look at Spider-Man. If I have 275 HP, right? And Spider-Man's entire combo base does 275 damage. I'm not saying it does. This is just an example. Most characters that have a combo that can KO, it's usually going to get a healer in that combo if they can pull it off. So let's just say his entire kit is going to do 275 HP. But we just took damage by Squirrel Girl because we're not in cover and we're out in the middle of nowhere, right? All strategists are doing this, not just this player. All strategists in all ranks for some reason like to just stay out in the middle of nowhere and get hit. The problem with this is that now your HP pool is 174. If his combo is 275 and it's 3 to 5 seconds, but you took damage, this nets ourselves down to 1 to 2 seconds. All because you took damage. So you're indirectly helping the diver dive you by taking damage. So now that we understand the important things, we understand when getting dove, you got to pay attention to who's going to dive you, what's their TTK, you're understanding who's going to peel you, and we're understanding how to behave during the dive. Let's play the clip of the right way and the wrong way. So this is going to be the wrong way here. What do we notice? Who's going to peel? Well, you can say that it's going to be Mr. Fantastic, but can Mr. Fantastic stop a Spider-Man from doing his entire combo? Possibly, but Mr. Fantastic would have to be looking at you. Where are we standing right now? Behind Mr. Fantastic. If we're on his screen, I might not even know you're there. And I'm just fighting. Feeling fantastic. Right? Who knows? We also just use our double jump. We also use the pulse, the pull-in thing. Now, we're down near our teammate, but we see Spider-Man. Spider-Man comes in. Look where we are. We're in the middle of nowhere. If we drop to a certain threshold because Squirrel Girl pops us, his TTK is going to be very low. He missed every shot so far. But he get hit by Magneto. He snatches you, knocks you up. Then the support says, I have no peel. This happens every single time for every strategist. Very rarely I'll get a strategist that really understands how to play it properly. But most of the time, it doesn't matter if low rank or one above all, bro, strategists just do this. The character that has a very high TTK can only KO you because you're lower than you should have been. Let's look at Spider-Man's point of view. How do we play it? So we go in. We're just missing everything. Oh, we land one. But you already took damage. If you didn't know, the pull doesn't do damage. What she took before was not from Spider-Man. So if we look at it, because some of you guys might think that that's how his combo works. But his pull doesn't do damage. Look, she got smacked by Magneto, and now she's half HP because of Magneto. She got shot again by somebody. That's all Spider-Man had to do to get the combo. What is the HP that we're at right now? We're at 63 HP. Bro, anybody and their mama can get a KO off of 63 HP. His TTK was 275, 3 to 5 seconds, but it's only 63 HP. It's less than a second, and you can't react to it. This happens all the time. And so this is something you want to think about. So now that we look at the wrong way to get peeled, let's look at the right way. All right, so looking at this match, who is going to dive us? What is their TTK? Well, they have a Black Panther, which is most likely going to be about, we discussed it's 2 to 3 seconds for an average Black Panther, but a really good Black Panther will get you in 1, just about. Especially if you are low. So remember, it's important to stay at 100% HP, which means they actually take a few seconds to take you out. And then they also have a Spider-Man, which we already discussed is about 3 to 5 seconds TTK. Okay, so we understand who's going to dive us. Then you want to ask ourselves, well, who's going to peel us? Well, when we're talking about Spider-Man, all we need is damage, right? But when we're talking about peeling a Black Panther, who's going to do it for us? Only person that's going to be able to interrupt this man's combo is going to be me, right? So in this particular scenario, what we're going to have to do is sit next to our thing. So let's look at what Luna Snow does. Already, Luna Snow's, like, if she's attacked by Panther, she's screwed. She didn't follow it, right? We know who's gonna dive us. We understand that, but how do I behave? Well, we're not behaving how we should behave for the dive. Remember, I scratch your back, but you got to scratch mine. You got to help me help you. Is how it goes. It's not just about I'm a strategist. Guys, look at me all the time and peel me. Otherwise, I can't heal you guys. No. You need to play well. As a strategist that gets peeled, you need to understand how to get peeled. A lot of the times, especially in high rank, like if you're an Eternity or a Wonder Ball player, there's a reason why your DPS can never seem to KO their backline. It's not because your DPS sucks. It's because their strategists understand how to play the dive accurately. I'm going to share with you how to do it. This is an Eternity match. So already, Black Panther's coming in. See, there's a threshold for each character. If the player is good, it's quicker. But you see how he did a spear dash, and it left her at 39 HP. The game tries to make sure you have time to react. If you can't react, it's because you were already low. Look at this. 275 is base HP. She's at 39. Imagine if you just got chunked by, I don't know, Namor. The Namor squid hit you for 39 HP. You're KO'd. You're KO'd before you even knew it hit you. Why? Because Black Panther's broken? He is. Why? Magic is broken? She is. But you also were below the KO threshold. So of course you're going to get one shot. It's not the character. You just weren't paying attention. This is why it's important to do what? Remain at 100% HP, because that's the only thing that's going to save you if you don't have your abilities ready, basically. So Luna Snow actually has a great way to peel for herself, though. But you can see she got blasted. So you see she's still like, bro, she's just chilling. And what did I tell you guys about getting hit? If you're hit, the TTK is very low, right? All it takes is one smack and you're KO'd. You have to somehow try to find a way to heal yourself. Rocket is also in a really weird spot where nobody can help. What happens? He comes from the side and his TTK was 3 to 5 seconds, but because you're low HP, it's one shot. She comes back, gets ulted. I think we actually survived this though. Really good Rocket gameplay. Rezzed her and then we ulted. Here I'm typing. I'm saying, Luna, play up. I got you. I got your back. Just play up. Look how different her gameplay changes. With that being said, I type it here. Look at her. Instantly. Okay. All I said was play up. All the other strategists, for some reason, are just like, no, I can't play. You have to in this particular scenario. You have to play with whatever can peel you. So she decided to do what he tried to get that pull. He decided to do, I can't even speak anymore. I'm excited. She decided to do what I said. And every single time that she got attacked, who was there? I was. Because I understand that his combo, like I understand his combo rhythm. I understand all the divers combo rhythms. I'm not going to slam until I know he's committed to the dive. Because he's trying to bait me. It's not happening. So I'm just chilling. And she's safe. She's safe to play the game. Yeah, she's really in melee range. But the thing is, being in melee range against divers is okay. The problem is when supports are in melee range against poke comps like Squirrel Girl, Hella, Hawkeye, you're going to get shot. But into a comp where they're pretty much dive heavy and melee ranged, you have to be in the middle of it in order to, save yourself. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. And I know a lot of strategists just get that confused. So because Spider-Man's in the sight lines, we talked about this, he literally hopped over her head. She's able to assist Rocket. How do we deal with Spider-Man? Just heal through the burst because it takes 3 to 5 seconds to hit a threshold of 275. If you heal through the 275, you'll be fine. The other thing is just hurt him and he'll run away. See? His combo didn't KO, so he ran away. So this entire time, she's just sitting on me. And she just plays around. As soon as she gets attacked, what does she do? She comes right back. Why were we able to assist her? Because she got attacked in field of view. We all saw it. And that's that. So I'm just going to play this second part one more time. Or not the second part one more time, but I'm going to play the second half real quick. And then we're going to talk about what to do if your whole entire team is just full of divers or something. Even chased by ulted Hulk. Where's she at? With the team entirely. Not running away. Not running all the way over here trying to escape danger. No. Because people have to follow you. We're not following you. This is why you don't get peel. If you decide to just jetpack away from me, bro, I'm not peeling you. It's not because I don't like you. It's because you expect me to chase you. My hero is not as fast as yours. I can't chase you. You have to realize that if you want peel, you have to play it right. So she's here the entire time. She's not playing. She's sitting on me. And I ain't letting nobody, I'm not letting anybody hurt her. The thing that you want to understand fundamentally is that no character wants to see you get KO'd. Obviously. But you have to understand who is going to dive you, and you need to understand whose sight lines you need to be in so that way they can assist you. Let's just say there's no thing and there's a Hella. Hella has CC. So when I play as Luna Snow and I'm healing, I'm going to be sitting right next to Hella. If I get dove, she is automatically going to just look at me and help. It's not that they don't want to peel you, but you're just sitting in really obscure locations where they can't see you and they have to rely on sound of something. If it takes Spider-Man 3 to 5 seconds to KO you, and I'm Hella, right, and you're Luna, that's a very poor place to put it. Let's try that again. Hella, and you're Luna, and I'm trying to snipe something. Let's just say it's Iron Man floating around right here. Bro, I'm busy. If he flies in, and I'm already fighting Iron Man, and Iron Man's poking me, I have to take about 1 to 2 seconds to even realize that you're getting attacked if I can't see you. And then I have to turn my camera around, and then I have to aim my shots and use my abilities. In order for you to get peel, you have to be in the sight lines of whoever can peel you, and you need to make sure that you're sitting next to someone who can do the job. A lot of times I notice strategists try to sit next to anybody and expect to get peel. Bro, Spider-Man's not about to come peel you. If you're sitting right here by yourself and Spider-Man's up here, I guarantee you he's focused on that. He's not about to just come peel you. That's not what Spider-Man does. That's not what Captain America does. They can help you from time to time, but they definitely aren't about to stop what they're doing to peel you because they have a job to fulfill on their own. You need to sit next to someone who can realistically peel you because they're very stationary heavy characters. If we have a Hella sitting here just shooting, and you get attacked, bro, she's looking right at you. She will help you. It's not like they don't want to help you. It's just that they can't see you or it takes too long for them to react. So let's just say I'm playing Star-Lord and I'm right here and I'm shooting, right? And you're playing Luna and you're in cover and you're healing and Black Panther shows up. If his TTK, a good one, is about 1 to 2 seconds, maybe 3, depending on, and the only way to stop that combo is to KO the target or to stop him with CC. You're standing next to the wrong person. I can come over and try to help you as Star-Lord, but I guarantee that he's going to KO you before I KO him, and he might actually get away. It's not because I don't want to peel you. It's because my character doesn't supply what you need. Can you ask them to swap? Of course. But, you can't really force people to do that. And that leads me into the other thing that I want to talk about. So we talked about the right and the wrong way to get peeled. You see this Luna did it the exact way that needed to be done. And all I did was just ask her to play differently. And she said, okay, she did it. I didn't use comms or anything. I just typed it to her. And all of a sudden, the game just became super, super easy. All because of that one, okay. But we also saw the wrong way to play it. That other support, I was playing the exact same way. However, that other support was very egotistical and just very whiny and stuff like that. And so they just stuck to the same way of they're getting attacked. Let me run all the way across the map and just not get assisted. And then they get KO'd. Or they stand in the open and get blown up. And then someone comes in and taps them once and get KO'd. And they think they're not getting peeled. No. You're not understanding. You're taking damage, or you're just running away from us and you expect us to follow. And it's not just that strategist. A lot of strategists, for some reason, do not understand this concept. So if you guys want to climb to high ranks as a strategist, you honestly don't even need to do this, because I said before, high rank strategists still do the same thing. But let's be honest, if you want to have more impact in your matches without having to pre-made with people, you need to understand this and how to behave. But one of the most important things is to remain at 100% HP. So let's just say that you don't have anybody that can peel you. Bro, you have Spider-Man, Magic, Black Panther, Captain America, and Hulk. Bro, all of them are just running it down. And you're like, bro, how do I survive a dive if every character on my team is a diver? Like, what do I do? Well, I'm gonna share with you what to do. In this game, there are certain types of healers that will be able to pocket you while you're getting attacked, whether it be by Spider-Man or by Black Panther / Magic. But remember, the TTKO for Spider-Man is 3 to 5 seconds for average, and an average Black Panther or Magic is probably 1 to 2 seconds. A really good one is probably just 1 second. So you need to have a healer on your team that pretty much does what's needed. If, let's just say, someone's playing Rocket, well, trying to pocket a healer getting shot by a Magic isn't going to work. Rocket's heals take too long. Same thing for Mantis. It takes too long. So what do? You need to have a healer that is designed to deflect dives. So let's just take Luna Snow as an example. The way that she would protect herself from damage is going to be by landing a ice ball. As you notice, I get a bonus HP. Also, it will be this ability here. When you're diving a Luna Snow and they have this ability on, you're most likely not going to be able to KO them. But you see it's on a 15-second cooldown. This means that if the attacker were to come in, or another attacker were to come in, they would most likely KO you because you have nothing left. And remember, we already said our team, is full of divers. It's the Hulk, America, BP, and Magic. That is our team. And we're just left to fend for ourselves as Luna and whatever else other healer. But as I said before, Luna's fine if she just does this. It's very hard to take her out. Very, very hard to take her out. But then once it's on cooldown, she's cooked. So what do we need? We need another healer that can do the exact same thing. So now, let's just say Black Panther came in and he runs away. And he has to reset, because every hero has to reset. And he comes back in. Let's actually look at this real quick so you guys can get a point of view of it. So I'm Magic, whatever, boom, bam, I do my combo, you survived, great. I have about 6 seconds before I can do it again, and I want to make sure that my teleport's probably back up, so I probably have about 10 seconds before I go back in for another one. Luna's cooldown was 15 seconds. Let's check Black Panther. Okay, so I'm not going to do it really quickly. But boom, boom, whatever, boom, 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 whatever. We do our combo, we dip out. Same thing, kind of like Magic, about 6 to 7 seconds before they come in. Maybe about 10 if you want to wait for your other spear to come back. So we're going to say there's about a 10-second interval. Okay? And we said that after Luna does her ability, she's sitting for 15 seconds. Without it, right? So we do our whole entire combo. Bam, bam, bam. Cool. One thing you want to note with Luna, that when she turns it on, it doesn't go on cooldown until it's over. So let's just say they run away now and it's not on cooldown. This means that it's even more than 15 seconds. So this is why, as I said before, you need someone that can do what you just did back to you. So if we're getting dove again, you throw this down, it's very hard to KO anybody in this bubble. Hers goes on cooldown, and the next bubble comes up in 6 seconds. By time that happens, if magic were to show back up again, bro, we're back. Right? Then by time they were to come back again, what do? Bro, we're back. They can't dive you this way. Now you could say, well, Poppin', 4 of their enemies are diving us, and we have no peel. Well, if they have 4 heroes diving you guys, and you have 4 heroes diving them, it's just which supports will last longer. So this is why it's important to ask someone to have something like this on your team. Loki does it as well, right? This protects you. So we have Loki, Cloak and Dagger, Luna, Invisible Woman. If you're getting attacked, too many Invisible Women, try to run away. Bro, just pop that up and start healing. And then let it go. Next time it comes in, you just sit on it. You just sit in it and just play around like that. If Black Panther throws a spear, it's not even going to work because it's going to get blocked. And you're good. She heals so much, it's insane. The problem is a lot of strategists tend to sit on each other like this, which means if Black Panther were to come in and do an entire combo, this is what it's going to look like. I didn't even really have to throw that many spears, but you can see I just took out 2 targets without even trying to take out 2 targets. Bro, y'all were just sitting on each other. But if one person is, let's just say, sitting over there with that bot, right? That's really far, but let's just use this for the sake of an example. And I do this, in what world am I hitting this target? No world. So how do you deal with being permadove and nobody's gonna heal you? You need to ask for someone on your team that has a peel protector or like a dive protecting ability. If you are not in comms, because almost everybody plays Cloak and Dagger. If you're not in comms, it's fine. Just let the Cloak and Dagger throw the bubble down. Remember, stay in their sight lines. She'll throw the bubble down. I've done this even in bronze. She'll throw the bubble down when she's dove. And you just patiently wait. Next time you're dove, it's your turn. And then when she gets dove again, it's going to be her turn. And she's going to do it without even noticing that she's doing it. This works in all ranks. I've done it. So how to guarantee that you get peeled? The easiest way to guarantee that you're going to get peeled, guys, is going to be number 1. Oops. Number 1, make sure that, actually, I'm going to just type it because I'm troll. Number 1, play around who can peel for what's needed. We already had that checklist, and I'm not going to write it all again, but we already had that checklist. The second thing is if you're getting dove and no one's peeling for you, play around dive abilities. Every healer has a way to prevent this. Let's even take it one step further with Cloak and Dagger real quick. Let's just say I threw this down. You can't mess with me. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? And they're like, okay, I got you. And then magic shows up. There you go. By the time you come down, your bubble's back up. When they dive you again, there you go. Right? And then by the time it wears out, guess what you got back again? There you go. The problem with a lot of healers in this game, not even healers, it's just players in general. They don't understand cooldown rotations. And this is why I think the ladder's kind of inflated right now, unfortunately, is that players are higher ranks than they should be without understanding basic things like this. And one of the reasons is because the game is new. But I also think that in the early seasons of the game, they just kind of handed out ranks, and they shouldn't have done that, in my opinion. But if you notice, it's very hard to dive me if I just save my stuff. But all the time, you'll notice that healers are just throwing things out and doing this, and then when they get attacked, they just do this. Or what they'll do is they'll do this. They'll throw the bubble, and then they'll go like this, which defeats the entire purpose of the bubble. And I know like 80 bajillion of you guys watching right now do that. So don't even laugh like it's funny. I know y'all do that. Y'all throw the bubble down, and when y'all get dove, y'all disappear out the bubble. And it's like, bruh, why did you throw the bubble down then? It makes no sense, right? So these are things you really want to think about. Understand your character's kit. When you understand the character's kit, you can understand more about what you should be doing when you're getting dove, understanding the sight lines and all that extra good stuff. This is actually a lot more lengthy than I wanted it to be, but I really hope you guys learned a lot from this, and I guarantee you it works in high ranks as well as low rank. It does work in low ranks. I don't want to hear, I'm bronze, and it works. Players want to peel you. They want to help you. The problem is, if you're over here and your entire team's over there and you're healing and Black Panther shows up right here, they have to flip their entire screen to look at you and try to save you. And they have to try to run from there all the way to where you are. He's going to KO you before that time. What you're asking for is your team to play with you extra scared, because you're going to be a strategist that just says, I'm going to sit here and help you guys peel for me. And you're sitting in cover extra scared, but the objective is way over there. The objective is over there, but you're sitting behind cover wanting people to peel for you. How do you plan to win the game? Right? When it comes to being dove, it is okay to get closer to your team. It is okay to get into their sight lines. If that's my Hela, I'm going to be right here chilling with Hela. Because if Black Panther shows up, he's either going to attack Hela, in which case I'm scot freaking free. Yeah, attack that Hela. Whoop her butt. I'll protect. Or he's going to attack you, but Hela's right there, and she's not just going to let you get attacked. Bro, there is not a player in the world, high rank or low rank, that's going to notice their teammate get attacked right there in front and be like, whoop-de-doo, I'm over here. They're going to instantly, oops, wrong button. They're going to instantly do this, try to light them up for you, get them away. All it took was for you to be in front of their face. That's all it took. But as always, guys, if you're struggling hardcore, whether it be with this concept that we talked about in this video or another concept in general, check out the free replay reviews that I give in the link in the description below. Or if you would like coaching, check out that link as well. One-on-one time is the best time to get questions answered that you may not get answered, even if it's very obscure and you can't find it anywhere else on the internet. That is the best place to get those questions asked about your particular gameplay. But thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you know what I always say. I got you doing what? Popping often. Will often.